What's going on, guys? 8BitGlitch79 here, and I'm here at RetroWorldExpo 2019. Let's do it. We got Russ Lyman in the house.
You look a little too happy doing that.
Yeah.
How's it going? Yeah.
We're at RetroWorldExpo, baby.
That's right. So, that was a little bit of the con of the footage that I did take. I didn't take a lot. I just wanted to try to enjoy myself and not worry about filming and taking pictures and things like that. I wanted to kind of be in the moment. So, that's all I got. I got a few other pictures and things I'll probably throw in between this part of the video. But the first person other than Russ Lyman, who I ran into, obviously, whose car was there and everything, was a Nintendo 25. And he was with 8-Bit Alchemy and his brother Eric. And we hung out most of Saturday, shopping, chit-chatting, having some laughs, having a good time. They were real fun to hang out with. Hope to do it again sometime. That was on Saturday. I did a couple of panels. And you can take a look here. After Game Dave's panel, I went to his booth and I wanted to get one of his Family Corner shirts, which he says is the final print run of them, which I'm lucky. But he also threw in some free stuff here. Gave me a pin, Game Dave pin, this Famicom controller sticker decal thing. I gotta figure out if it's a sticker or decal. Put it on my car window. A digitally distracted wristband, and I bought the t-shirt, which he was selling at a really good price. Couldn't pass it up. Right here. So I'm so glad to get me one of those. When I play some Famicom games, I'll be sure to be wearing that. Oh, my first pickup was this shirt, the con shirt. You got like the Captain N kind of character here with Robotnik, the moon from Castlevania and the Bat, Bowser. What else you got? Captain Falcon. Is that Captain Falcon? Hard to tell upside down. I don't know. It's cool. I liked it, so I grabbed it. Right next to Game Dave was Pam from Cannot Be Tamed. I don't know if you're familiar with her channel, but she was giving out dust sleeves from Video Games Dust Sleeves from Chris. This is the one side, the logo, and then this side, it's her other logo, and then you got Video Games Dust Sleeves logo up there. So I was like, how much? She said, no, just take it. And I was like, awesome. She was really cool. I'll throw a picture up I took with her. She's got a great channel. She does reviews on games and vlogs and stuff, so check it out. I'll have a link to it down below. There's other people there, like Jay from the Game Chasers again. I met him again, went to his panel. He participated in the after party game of Press Your Luck in one of the rounds. So that was funny. That was a good time. I'll have footage of that up right now.
Well, tell us everyone about ourselves here. Well, let's start off with our first player, Jay. Everyone say hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay. I am a YouTuber. I have a YouTube show called The Game Chasers.
Yeah, Game Chasers. How long have you had Game Chasers?
Oh God, 2011.
2011.
Yeah,
That's not bad. 8 years, 9 years. That's actually very respectable.
Yeah.
We can put our hands together for that. Woo! Put our hands together for that. Come on.
Alright, sorry if it was a little dark. They had the lights down, and I didn't want to turn a light on my phone or anything to distract people. So, but the host of that game show stuff was awesome. He was doing it during the day on the main stage on Saturday and Sunday. He did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Who Press Your Luck there as well. And he was great. He was hilarious. Then I went to the con and I wanted to get things that weren't necessarily video games. I did get some games, of course. It's a con. But I wanted to get more unique things and stuff that... Because, like, if I want a game, like a NES game or something, if I really want it, I can probably go get it down at a retro store near me. Or, I mean, I can just eBay it or something. I mean, you go there to get deals and stuff. But it's like, you know what? If I want... like Ninja Gaiden, let's say, which I already have, but I can just go on eBay and get that. I can get that from any retro store and stuff. So I wanted to get stuff that was either hard to find or was just unique games or unique things. So my first purchase, I guess you could say, was this. I missed out on this at too many games. A bunch of people got it. I can't remember if Captain got it or Dan or somebody else we were hanging out with and stuff. And the vendor who was selling them, the only one that he ran out. I guess he had like 4 of them or something. But there was one vendor here that had one. He had it marked for 50, and when I asked him what could you do on it, he's like 35. So I'm like, okay. This and that was on Saturday, pretty early. So it's the NECA Contra figurines. So we all know how much of a fan I am of the first Contra game, Contra in general, but specifically the first game. So it's cool to have this piece here. They're going to stay in the box, of course. Another thing I got was another NECA figurine. This was being sold at Square Painter's booth. He was selling this. This must be from his collection or something. But it's RoboCop. There. He had this, and he had one of the Jasons, one of the Friday the 13th, but it was the spear, I guess they said, was broken or something. But it was only like $10 each for them. So I didn't like that Jason, that specific one. I didn't really like it. But the RoboCop, that's awesome. It's one of my favorite movies growing up. Something else I got is some artwork. Now, if you remember my video when I went to FragCon way back, almost when the channel first started, I got a piece of work from an artist. This is Castlevania one here. And then I had him, commissioned him to do this Contra one here. You can't see the whole thing, but he was at Retro World because he's from Connecticut, so he was there, and he had a lot of the same work he had, but he had a couple new pieces, and I couldn't pass up this one. It was really cool. Let me see if I can get it out here. Whoop. It's Ridley's skull. Got the light in it, sorry. There we go. That's better. So I had to grab this piece. It's going to look cool. Got to get a frame for it. It's wicked awesome. I love the colors. His information here. Let's see. It's CD Artist. If anyone wants to go to his Etsy and check him out and order some art. There you go. There. And then I got some other artwork from a couple other artists. I got 3 because they had a pretty good deal. It was they were 10 a piece, or if you bought 3, you get them for 20. So you could either buy one for 10, buy 2 for 20, or get 3 for 20. So that works out to be like $6 and something. So the first one here, let's see if I can do this, is to go with the Ridley skull. I got a Samus with a Metroid. And I got a Mega Man. So I don't have any Mega Man art. And that's like my favorite Mega Man right there. And then don't judge me, alright? Don't judge. But it's a man cave. I gotta have a sexy poster, you know what I mean? What better than Rosalina, or as I kept calling her, Peach. Peach to me, man. Peach, alright? But yeah, Rosalina in a sexy pose. She had other characters like Samus. Who else she have? She had Peach with Daisy, and she had some other ones I can't remember. But I picked that one out. Don't judge, okay? No judgment. And then the last thing I think I got that was not a straight up video game per se was I saw this back when they did their Kickstarter, and I didn't join it or whatever, but I was really intrigued by it and interested. And they happened to have a booth at the con here, and they did a panel, and I went to it, and it was really cool and really fascinating, and it really wasn't that much as I thought it was going to be. So I bite the bullet and bought it, and I'm going to give it a try, and maybe I'll reach out to you guys in the community for some ideas and some help with this. But I bought the NES Maker software. So this allows you to easily program your own NES game without needing to know machine code. And you're able to burn it if you buy the adapter thing separate. You can burn it to blank cartridges and play it on your NES. Or if you, this will just make the ROM and you can play it on an emulator and whatever. But it's came with, they made a documentary and it came with it free called The New 8-Bit Heroes, all about homebrews and hacks and things like that, and the journey they took to make this, it was a fascinating panel. And so I jumped on this, and yeah, here's the back, some examples. They said that they're working on a Goldbergs. If you've ever seen the TV show The Goldbergs, they're working on an NES game with Adam Goldberg about the Goldbergs. And then they said they're working on an NES game for an 80s B horror movie. And he said he couldn't say what it was. And he said, it's not what you think, but if I said what it was, you would know. So that got my wheels turning. I thought maybe it's an Evil Dead NES game. I don't know. That would be cool. If not, maybe I'll make an Evil Dead NES game. Yeah, so that was that. I guess for now, I did get some games, so let's go through those. I guess I'll do the first video game I bought on Saturday was this one. They just released this on the store, NES online, and I hate the lag in it and everything, but I've always wanted to play it. It looks really good, and Mega Dan just played it and beat it, and it looked like fun, so I saw it for a really good price. A very clean copy of Vice Project Doom. I think at the con I made a joke. I missaid it and I said like Vice City Doom or something like that, and we were laughing saying it was a cross between GTA and everything. But yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Another game I bought. It had $2 on it. I got it for $1, but I had to get it because of Mega Dan. Because I gotta throw some bombs. That's right. I'm gonna throw some bombs. For $1, couldn't pass it up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even say what it was. You should see it. It's John Elway's quarterback. But, there. No biggie. Then I got these two games. Because Captain Algebra played this. I don't think he streamed it, but he put a tweet up that he played and beat it, and it was a lot fun than he thought it was going to be, and I highly recommended it. So I saw it cheap in a box of games, and that's from Capcom Goof Troop. So I guess it's like a puzzle, action puzzle, platformer, maze thing or something, I don't know. But he highly recommended it, so I figured I'd get it. It's cheap. Check it out. And then right next to it was this game, which I didn't know what it was. I just thought, oh, that's an interesting name, and it has an interesting label. And then after I got it, I didn't even look it up or anything. I just bought it, and then when I got home after, I looked it up and realized, oh, I know what this is. I've seen this before. And it's all right. It's Doomsday Warrior. I thought it was going to be like a beat 'em up from the look of the cover, but it's actually like a Street Fighter fighting game. It's like a poor man's Street Fighter. So, hey, whatever. It was not that expensive at all, so figured I'd give it a shot. And then I got, there's a company called, who's actually, I believe they're friends with Nintendo, Guerrilla Games. Here. Their information. You want to check it out? They do selling regular games and stuff, but he does homebrews, hacks, fan translations from Japanese to English games, things like that. So I asked him, is there anything here that's Contra-like? And he said, well, this game's kind of Contra-like, and he brought up and showed me screenshots of it, and I thought, ooh, that looks interesting. They had levels where it's kind of like a horizontal shooter, like Life Force, and then it goes into like a platform shooting in a mech, like Contra or Metal Storm or something like that. So it looked very cool and very interesting. The graphics looked really good. And I didn't even ask if this was like a Japan game that he made onto US, or if it was a hack game or a homebrew game, but it's Rendering Ranger R2. So if you want, you can look that up and check it out. Maybe I'll stream this one sometime. But it looked really fun and really cool. And that's what I was looking for, something strange and different. Then this I've heard a lot about and always been planning on getting it and playing it. And now, you know, I can play all these on the RetroPie or whatever, but this lag and even with the latency, I just hate dealing with that. So if I can get something on a cart and play it on a real thing, I'd rather do that. And yeah, I can hack my NT analog and play these stuff, but it's fun to have the carts in some games, you know? So I got Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land, which I've heard is like if they made a sequel to this, to Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, this would be it. Yeah, it's really good, really fun. So that's going to be fun to play. This is me and my wife's favorite game. We played the death out of the first one. So it'd be fun to play like a new Super Mario Land where we don't know the levels, don't know the world, or anything like that. And this one's a real good quality. It's got the real game bits, screws, and everything in the cart. It's really good quality, and it's a nice case. So that was a cool pickup. And then I think that's it. Yeah, nope. And then on my way out, last game, I saw this early on and didn't like the price he had for it. So he brought it down a little bit, and I was like, oh, I'll think about it. Then I was on my way out. I asked him, you still got that? And what'd you say for the price? And he said it, and I was like, I don't know. And he goes, well, I could get that all day long and more, so I don't really need to sell it and stuff. And I'm like, okay, no problem. But then his partner who's there, I was talking to him about my kids and stuff, and then they said, he said, hold on a second. And so he went over and talked to the guy, and the guy was like, all right, I'll do it for the price you want. And then it was in a protective plastic sleeve thing. He goes, I bet you want my sleeve too. And I said, hey, you know what? If it makes the sale, you can keep the sleeve. I got those myself. I don't need yours. So he took the sleeve, which is fine. But it's Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the Super Nintendo. This is a game that totally blew by me as a kid. I knew it existed. I saw ads for it in magazines and such, but I never got a chance to play it. Back when I was a kid, if I couldn't get a game at a flea market or used at electronics boutique, chances are I was never gonna play it. So yeah, so I never got a chance to play that as a kid, and now everybody raves about it and stuff. So I gotta try it out, and it's October, so it's the perfect month to play it. And you know what? There's something else I got that I need to pause here for a second, and I gotta go get them. I'll be right back. So. Alright, so I'm back. So the Monday after Retro World is my oldest daughter's birthday, and we're not throwing her a party until this coming Saturday. And so one of the things she wanted, she saw at GameStop, one of those, she's big into Kingdom Hearts right now, and she wanted one of those Keyblades they sell at GameStop, the plastic one and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so I was thinking about getting that for her. And but while I was like, so cheap, you know, kind of thing. So while I was at Retro World, there was a few people who made fake weapons and stuff like that from video games and movies, and they were kind of pricey from this one and that one. And then at the last hour and a half of Sunday, I'm walking by and I see this guy, and I'll put up his thing here, this company, I asked him, how much are your Keyblades? And I looked at one, and it was like 35, 35 or 40, and I said, oh, I don't know which one she'd want. He didn't have like the normal one. He had all these different ones, and I don't know much about Kingdom Hearts. My wife knows a little bit because she played them early on and stuff. So I'm like, well, which one is popular? Which one is, that stuff. So he pointed me at one, and I said, okay. And he said I could let that go. It was 35. He said I could let it go for, I think he said 30. I'm like, okay. And then I looked over and I saw this other one, and I said, what's that one? And that one was like 40. Or vice versa. One was 40, one was 35. And he goes, oh yeah, that one's good too and stuff. He goes, I'll tell you what, I'll do the 2 for 40. So that basically means $20 a piece for 2 Keyblades. And I'm like, okay, sold. Because that's like as much as the stupid cheap GameStop one would be. So the first one I got is this one. Now, I know nothing about Kingdom Hearts. So I don't know if this is a good one, what this one is, if this is even one from a game or if it's a made-up thing. But yeah, that was one of them. Here, it's got like a dragon head or something on it. So it's cool. It's pretty heavy. It's made of like a foam or rubber. I don't know what this is. It bends, and stuff. It's soft, but it's hard in spots. I don't know. That's what she said. And then this one here. So if anybody knows what these are called or specifically what their meanings are, comment below and let me know. I don't even know if she knows because she's just starting the very first game. So she's just going to be excited to see these. So I'm giving them to her yet. I'm going to give them to her at the party on Saturday. So that was all my pickups right there for Retro World Expo 2019. Hope you enjoyed it. I probably rambled on a little too much here and stuff. Just to say it was a great time. I think this and Too Many Games are my 2 favorite cons so far I've been to. I still got one more this year. I'm going to a Retro Game Con. I know, what a unique name. In Syracuse, New York, the first weekend of November. So we'll see what that one's about. What I'm excited for at that one is going to see John Riggs again. They got some other guests that would be interesting. The one they first announced way back before everybody else was David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake. Can't wait to meet him. I'm going to get my Metal Gear PS1 game signed by him. That'll be awesome. I want to see if he'll do a channel bumper for me in Solid Snake voice. I don't know. It might be too much to ask, but... So, again, comment below about those Keyblades if you have any idea what those are. I haven't even looked them up yet. And if you got any questions about anything I got, let me know. And until next time, this is 8-Bit Glitch 79, and I'm glitching out.